All right, guys, hello and welcome to Elite Fitness and Nutrition. So I'm going to try to briefly, in 10 minutes or less, go through this workout here today. So we've got week 2, day 1, foundations of strength, okay? So the warm-up for this workout is at the top of my YouTube page. So that will be that general mobility warm-up. You will do that warm-up before you get into this workout. Hopefully also you're going to do some of your rollouts for at least 5, maybe 10 minutes, getting all your lower body and lower back rollouts that we showed you over the past couple videos, okay? So 5-10 minutes doing that, 5 minutes on the warm-up. So after about 15 minutes, you're ready to go. All right, so we're going to talk quickly about this workout. So we have our eccentric squats, our push-up progression, pull-up progression, glute bridge, leg raise, and side plank. All right, so the eccentric squats, remember, that is 5 seconds down slow and then coming back up, okay? Now, when you do these, I'm going to show you a couple of options here. So obviously, if you don't have anything, you're just doing body weight, that's fine, okay? If you have a set of dumbbells, you're holding them at your side, okay? Right here, right lined up with your center of gravity, okay, right here, doing your squats. If you don't have dumbbells, maybe you have a medicine ball, maybe you have a kettlebell, maybe you only have one of it, you want to go heavier, or maybe you only have one of a dumbbell, you don't have a pair, okay? So I'm going to hold my medicine ball, kettlebell, or dumbbell, okay, right up here at my chin, okay? This is more like a front squat, more like a goblet squat if you have a kettlebell. So the difference here, the weight's out in front of my center of gravity, so I'm going to have my torso up a little bit more upright, okay? So I'm not falling forward, okay? I don't want to be leaning way over with this one, okay? So I'm going to be up a little bit more up straight, and you'll feel that naturally more comfortable. Remember, abs tight, you just don't want to feel this in your back. Now, if you have your 2 dumbbells, obviously, lined up at your center of gravity, then you've got a little bit more of a hip hinge, okay, with that movement. This is basically the difference when you get to the bar between a back squat and a front squat. One's a little bit more upright, and that's just because the distribution of the weight is a few inches different, okay, and that does make a difference. All right, so you've got your reps. Then you're going to go and do push-up progression, okay? Now remember, you've got several choices. All right, so you're going to start off. You can just hold it for 40 seconds, right? Okay? Then you can try to do lowering down to the ground. Now, lowering down to the ground is tough. If you want to try that, but you're not quite strong enough or not quite ready to do it from the ground, the alternate is going to be up on the elevated surface. So I'm down here, all right, abs tight, good control, 5 seconds, nice and slow on the way down. And then coming to my knees, and then resetting, okay? This is progression 2. Now, if that's tough, but you want to work on it, and you can't quite keep your form, you're just going to come up to your elevated surface, going down 2, 3, 4, 5, knees, and then just kind of reset, okay? Third progression, down, holding a few inches from the ground, pausing for a second, and pushing back up. So once again, we're here, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, and up. Okay, right there. If you want to work on that, maybe you've got the lowering down, but you're not quite strong enough to push up, come over to the elevated surface and work it, okay? The key here is finding the position where you can practice this with good form, and then slowly making it tougher on yourself as you get better. Right there, I didn't pause at the bottom like I should have. Okay, then you've got your pull-up progressions, all right? So that would have been progression 3. So 3 different progressions of your push-ups, okay? 40 seconds if you're just holding, 6 reps if you're moving. Okay, we've got our pull-ups. So we've got our 30-second, and we're just going to hang shoulders away from the ears right there. All right, if you feel like you got a pretty good grip on that, and you're ready, you can hang, and you want something more challenging, all you're going to do is get your box, make sure you can jump up, down for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to hanging. All right? And then you're relaxing right there. And then because you got to jump back up. We're not pulling ourselves back up yet. So we're just lowering down with control. This is progression 2. Okay? Progression 3 then would be starting from the bottom and actually pulling yourself up, going down slow. So I'm pulling up, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. And then again, 1001, 1002, Now check my leg position, ab position. Look how my body's nice and straight. So if you don't have a pull-up bar, that's what you're going to be working on over here. All right? So we're going to be gripping this bar just like I would if I was doing a pull-up over my head. So I'm essentially doing it. I'm hanging from the pull-up bar right now. I'm imagining it. All right? I'm going to push my lower back in the ground, lift my legs up, turn my wrists in a little bit, and I'm going to hang. 5 seconds, and relax back down. Just for a second. 5 more seconds, and relax back down. Okay, so you got your reps on that one. So that would be your alternate if you don't have a pull-up bar, all right, to use. So finally, you're going into your glutes. So you got your glute bridge with, if you have a band, abduction, okay, working the outside of our hips right here, or adduction, okay, working our adductors in the inside of our legs right there. Okay, so I've got my 5-second hold. Untangle my band. 5-second hold on each one. So I'm pushing my lower back into the ground, I'm lifting up, and I'm ripping apart right there, okay? You've got 5-second hold right there on your exercise, 5 seconds, okay? And then back down, only for a second, just long enough to relax, press the lower back into the ground again, bridge up, and stretch apart, all right? Or you've got your pad, your block, your pillow, and you're doing the same thing, but you're squeezing in, just bridging up, and squeezing as hard as you can right there, and then relaxing back down. You can use like you don't want anything too big, but a light medicine ball, so anything you can put between your legs that's not too much bigger than maybe the size of a medicine ball, or maybe slightly bigger. All right. After that, you've got your leg raises and your side planks. Okay. So for that workout right there, if you've got some heavier weights, you can separate the eccentric squats by themselves. Okay. Or you can put the squats, push-ups, pull-ups, and glute bridges all in a circuit. Just make sure that you're not wearing yourself out to the point where you're not able to maintain good form. Make sure you're giving yourself appropriate rest time, because when you put things in a circuit, it does tend to get your cardiovascular system going a little bit more, and when you're tired and exhausted, it's harder to focus on some of those specific techniques, okay? So keep that in mind. So you're either doing the squats by themselves and then doing the other 3, push-up, pull-up, glute bridge in a circuit, or you're putting all 4 together in a circuit. Once you're done with that, let's hit leg raises. I suggest you save the abs till the end, just so your abs don't wear out as you're trying to do some of these other things, okay? That'll just make some of those other techniques a little harder, all right? So we've got leg raises, which is going to be just like our pull-up hang position. So my lower back is pressed into the ground. Hands under the butt makes this a little easier. Hands out is more challenging. No matter what, we're making sure we don't arch our back. I want no space here in my lower back, and I don't want to feel any tension back there. So I want to feel it all right here in my abs. Legs straight, lower back pressed in the ground. We're doing our leg raises. Okay, right there. Then you go right to side plank. Here's some of my stuff, make sure you can still see me here. All right, so I'm just going to lift my hips up, making sure that my forearm is pointed straight ahead, elbows right under the shoulder, hips up. I like to take my right hand and reach it to the sky. I've got this nice straight line from elbow through my shoulders, right out my fingertips on the other end. Hips up, hips forward, and I'm just holding and breathing right there, okay? So you're going to do those 2 back and forth as fast as you can, making sure that you're not losing form, just like on your other circuit that we just talked about. Okay, so quickly here, we'll go over the reps that are kind of different. So last week we did sets of 6 on our eccentric squats. We're bumping it up to 8. We did 30 seconds on our push-up, or 5 reps. We're bumping it up to 40 seconds, or 6 reps on our push-up progression. Our pull-up progression was 20 seconds or 5 reps last time. We're bumping it up to 30 seconds or 6 reps today. And then our glute bridges were 5. We're just bumping it up to 6. Now, the last thing here, leg raises were 10. They're going to 12. Side planks were 15 seconds. Now they're going to 20 seconds. So it doesn't seem like there's just one little thing on each one. But when you add that up all together, that's a significant amount of more volume, okay, than before. So these small jumps, when you add them up over 3 or 4 weeks, really kind of add up. And that's the key to training, is making sure that you're making your increases slow and steady and building foundation as you go. All right, guys, so let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thanks a lot, and just remember, this is week 2, day 1, Foundations of Strength. Have a great day.